Hi again, everyone, and welcome to the Les Miles Show. It was a tough day for the defense this week in Ames, Iowa, as the Iowa State Cyclones handed Oklahoma State a 28-14 defeat. My pleasure to welcome alongside the head coach of the Cowboys, Les Miles. Iowa State doubled your team's time of possession in this contest as the Cyclones got the victory. What was the message you shared with your team following the game?
We're going to win and lose as a team, Dave, and we have some things to improve on, correct? But if we get that done, there's some great times, some good moments in this season left for this football team.
We'll show you highlights of the Cowboys and Cyclones when the Les Miles Show continues after this. Stay with us. Welcome back to the Les Miles Show. This week, the Cowboys ventured to Ames, Iowa. Jack Trice Stadium on the campus of Iowa State University. It was homecoming in Ames as the Cowboys and Cyclones would battle in a key Big 12 conference game. Coin toss went your way for the first time in a while. That was a way to get an enthusiastic start, huh?
We enjoyed that. We ended up with the win in the fourth quarter as well.
And the wind was a factor, as you can see here. Winds out of the south at about 25 miles per hour, and downwind, Cole Farden does what he's done just about half the time this year: kick the ball, and the result, a touchback.
Cole's been extremely good for us. They start out with an option, and the yardage after contact that Ennis had for them was really strong. They get a nice run here off the left side. Seneca Wallace makes some big plays in this drive for their offense. 3rd and 1. They pick it up running hard inside with Haywood. And Seneca Wallace, who is not known necessarily as a strong arm passer, but he's awfully accurate in this drive. And they have 4 third downs, some very long yardage third downs, where he scrambles and throws to get them out of the trap.
In fact, we're going to see one right here.
If he was a tailback in any offense, he would be a very, very competent runner. But he's an accurate thrower. He makes a nice throw and catch here, and to pick up a first down. So they're down in there. They hit a draw, and again, this big back's breaking some tackles, and then inside for the score.
Boy, tough for your defense. 18 plays, 80 yards, and Iowa State used 10 minutes and 35 seconds of the first quarter clock.
It was really 24 plays if you counted all the penalties.
Okay.
So it was a very long drive, and we just couldn't get off the field. So we start 3rd and 4. We throw a little screen to TD. TD had a great day. 9 receptions for 111 yards, and it was good that we moved the football around a little bit more because they were very keen on Rashaun.
Short pass to Mike Denard.
That if we'd have completed that a little bit more up the field and Denard had kept his feet, that would have been the first down. So we look forward to the opportunity of getting the ball back and getting after this team.
Scott Elder had a good day, averaged almost 50 yards a punt. That one traveled 59 yards actually on that punt.
Scott's come to compete every week. We run a little screen out here to Schwartz, and Schwartz is running hard, doing absolutely everything that we asked him to do. Now, Tatum Bell is not on this trip. The reason that he's not is he's violated team rules, and we could not take him on a trip. But we expect him to be back at practice this week and competing for the starting job.
We're in the second quarter now. You benefit there from a pass interference call, and here's Schwartz doing what he does best, just running straight ahead, picking up some yards before the drive stalls, and you're forced to punt. But Elder with a nice boot here to pin Iowa State inside its 5.
Schwartz played awfully hard for us, and Elder, again, he came in to compete in this game and showed everybody that he's having a great year. Kevin Williams makes a strong play, and in my opinion, really competed well during the afternoon. He's really a good player for us.
Here may have been the key play in the game right here. 3rd and 3, the Cyclones are backed up, and here's why Seneca Wallace is so good.
Unbelievable. He's in his end zone, and he scrambles and picks his way through and has speed enough to make the cuts, and he gets out, and it's a first down. Now, we'd like to have seen that one been a fumble, but it was caused by the ground.
Another 3rd down situation here, and Wallace on the move does it again.
he was the glue to this team. He was the reason that the offense kept the ball and continued to move. Accurate thrower, still not a long pass in the afternoon, but he goes back, he scrambles, he hands it to the tailback draw, gets some necessary yards, and they stay on the field.
Second quarter action, the drive continues, but good work here to wipe out the shovel pass there.
Levels had a productive day, making tackles, flying around majority of the day.
Cyclone drive continues, however. Iowa State converted once again a number of third down situations on this drive, as they did during their first quarter drive. And boy, this big 3rd and 5 play, the catch by Whitford, just his 5th of the year, boy, made a good play.
It was a great hit by Michael Cooper, but he held onto the ball, and that's what he's supposed to do. Then they get in the end zone, and it's 14-zip, and we need to get something going offensively right now.
And shortly, you will. Kickoff, you get the benefit here. Massey brings it out. A pretty good return, but some extra help given to you by Iowa State for excessive celebration.
Yeah, this gentleman gets off the pile and decides to celebrate with the back end zone, and so they are penalized.
So just over 2 minutes left in the half when you have the football here and you're able to take it down the field. It was a career best day for T.D. Bryant with 9 catches.
The great thing is they're rolling up and pressing Rashaun early in this game, and we're getting the ball to TD, and TD is giving them a real problem inside in their coverage. It's a little screen to Tim Burrow, and Tim busted up in there. And yeah, we're told that it's a holding penalty, and we're backed up at 2nd and 21, so we're going to have to make a play. And we do so, and again it goes to Tim, and Tim makes a heads-up move to get across the field and out of bounds and get back a big portion of what we needed for the first down.
Biggest play of the day there, Coach.
Right across the middle again to TD. TD's beating their coverage. They were rolled up. There was a middle safety. He gets to the outside, makes a nice catch, and so now we're down in there, but the clock's running out. We have to get plays off quickly, so we throw a little play action, and Mike Denard makes a really good play. Doesn't run out of bounds, keeps his feet in bounds, and makes a grab. Some attractive folks in the stands there.
Your wife, primarily.
My wife, and she was there making a strong showing and loud showing for Oklahoma State.
First career touchdown for Mike Denard came with less than 10 seconds remaining in the first half. You know what? Given that you had the ball 7 minutes in the first half and Iowa State 23, you know what? You had to feel pretty good about being down just by a score, huh?
Well, the clock was probably more significant. They had the ball so long, we just could not have opportunities at scores. But it's 14-7, and if we can get something going right here, we get down, we get a first down, and we would like very much to end this in the end zone. Again, nice little screen to TD where he gets out of bounds and gets us a first down. We're down to the 30-yard line. They come with a blitz that we didn't pick up, and then now we're in long yardage. We end up having to punt.
This time, Elder's punt just barely misses, pinning Iowa State deep in its own territory.
Great effort
again
by Willie Young in the end zone, trying to knock it back inside the playing field. The defense stiffens. 3rd and 3.
A big third down conversion there to the tight end Banks, who's another one of Iowa State's solid weapons on offense.
Well, and Seneca Wallace again delivers that ball right where he needs to, and again. So now this is an unfortunate penalty. We cannot hit people out of bounds. It's a personal foul. It gives them easy yards when the defense is starting to play. At this time much better. And but we can't do that. Those are the things that led to this score, and we can't afford to give easy drives away to a very, very good Iowa State football team.
Wallace takes it in. Third quarter, Iowa State has a 21-7 lead. As Coach mentioned, a couple of personal foul penalties during that sequence. But your offense really at times during this day had some success moving the ball down the field.
That we did, and we have to develop a little bit more rushing attack, and it's a good job by Richard Schwartz running hard and really, again, had a very productive day out of the tailback position there.
assisted by a pass interference penalty there, keeps the drive moving along near midfield. And there goes Richard Schwartz for another healthy gain as a Cowboy drive for the second time in the third quarter, taking the ball into Iowa State territory.
This is a play that we've used most of the year, and we had an illegal formation. One of the wide receivers lined up off the ball when he should have been on. This here was not Pogi's fault. Our back should have swung and been over there in that flat for a reception, and that's why he threw it over there.
Iowa State gets the football back. Cyclones with another third down situation here, and boy, Seneca Wallace shifts it into overdrive and gets to the stick as he did throughout the course of the afternoon.
He's a very elusive playmaking weapon for that Iowa State football team.
Ennis Haywood with a carry there. He had an outstanding game. Last year's leading rusher in the Big 12 Conference, 39 carries for 199 yards. Nothing real fancy, just power football from his standpoint.
Straight ahead. I believe that he's a very, very quality tailback, but I think their quarterback is the reason that they stayed on the field as long as they did.
And then they mix it up with a pass, and eventually the Cyclones get to the end zone and take a 28-7 lead as Haywood gets into the end zone to increase the lead to 3 touchdowns.
We got to tackle that man better. The after contact yardage, we can't have that and expect to beat a good Big 12 team.
Still some time left in the contest, though, and your defense stiffens to give your offense a chance to get back on the field. Wallace sacked on a 3rd and long situation. He wanted to take off running again. Now here's something rare. A punt that goes for 0 yards, giving your team excellent field position. That was a punter who was averaging 45 yards a punt coming into this game.
We enjoyed that. Get a nice little screen going off here to Greg Jones, a freshman.
The drive continues. Rashaun Woods with his first catch of the game about midway through the 4th quarter, Coach, and eventually he gets another, reaching the end zone on this play.
They have a difficult time covering Rashaun, and if they do, they open up things for T.D. Bryant and the rest of our offense. So we're going to get the ball to him at some point in time during the day, but he does give us a lot of flexibility when we move the ball around to other positions.
And the game ends. Iowa State prevails 28-14. General thoughts on the game, Coach?
There was some individual improvement. We have to play more collectively as a team and put a strong, concerted effort together for homecoming.
It used to be that every college football team took Sundays off, but there's a new trend in college football. Practice on Sunday and take Monday off. That's what the Cowboys are doing, and we'll learn more about the Cowboys' Sunday night workout on our 2-minute drill next. Welcome back. If you've driven by Lewis Field on a Sunday night this season, you've probably wondered why the lights were on. Well, Tom Dorado and photographer Zach Ramsey have your answer on this week's Southwestern Bell 2-minute drill.
Well, John, you've been around here a number of years, and this is obviously a different schedule for you out here on a Sunday night. How does it feel?
It's been midway through the season now, so we're, gotten used to it. It's actually, I like it better than practicing on Monday, because Monday's first day of school and stuff. Got to get back into that grind, so it's kind of nice to not have any football things to do on that day. So I like it, and it helps with keeping injuries down. They said, and, gets the blood flowing. You don't hurt as much throughout the week.
Sunday nights, it gives us a chance to come in and work on some things, some mistakes, maybe we've had in the games, and go over, the previous game plan for the next week, and it just allows us to, kind of work some of the sores and bruises off as well. In the past, we're having Sunday nights off, and now you come in on Sunday nights and, you're watching film and, just doing the same regular things that you may do on the Tuesday or Wednesday. And just getting used to that was, it was tough, for the first few weeks. Because you're so used to resting on Sunday nights, and it's a different thing.
Chuck, from a coach's viewpoint, what about this Sunday night schedule? Do you like coming back out here the day after a game, and what about the Monday situation?
I think, it allows you to correct your mistakes, from the
game. Also allows you to check on injuries, to get the guys sweated up, to make sure that if somebody did get dinged in the game, you got an opportunity not to, not to have it go more than the day. So if you need to make a substitution or a change at position, you've got time to think it out and make a well-thought plan.
Was it tough to get used to?
No, I think the kids, initially the kids are saying, oh boy, we just played a game, now we got to come back and practice. But I think they like it because it also puts closure to the last week's game. You correct all your mistakes, so Monday's their off day, you start fresh, and they come back and you've put a closure to the game that you just happened that weekend. Well, it gives you a chance to view all the film, take a look at everything. You've had a practice, so you know what kids are injured, who's going to be healthy, and then gives you an opportunity to, exactly what you say, get your game plan for the most part in gear.
I wonder if it's just a little funny to look out your window, your office window on a Monday afternoon. You look out there, 3:30, 4 o'clock, and nothing going on.
That's right. You're exactly right. And like I said, we really look forward to getting out to practice because it's your break. You get out in fresh air, and instead of being cooped up in that room with dark room with tape rolling all the time. But I think it's basically you take it off what the pros do. They give the players Tuesday off after a Sunday game, and they correct their mistakes on Monday, and that way you get a fresh start.
Well, Terry, how are you and your staff getting along on this Sunday night practice schedule? A little new, but I guess everybody's getting used to it.
It's a little new. I've been used to it. I've done it before, but it gives us an opportunity to get everybody in and get a good look at them, so we're not having any big surprises on Monday with somebody coming in that's hurt and hasn't bothered to tell us about it.
I think a lot of it certainly does revolve around the physical training part. On Sunday nights, there's that conditioning and kind of run that soreness out, but it gives them Monday to come in and get treatments as well.
Right. We'll do our treatments around 1 o'clock. It gives us actually an opportunity to treat them twice because we'll do our treatments at 1, and then when we come out now, I've got a couple guys I rehab in the pool when these guys are out here. So that gives me 2 times to get them right off. I think that really helps.
This Sunday night workout puts a little different spin on the week for you guys, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. I think it really helps out the players because it gives them a chance to, they don't have any classes on Sunday. But as far as the managers, they're used to having Sunday off, and now we got to come in and we have a late practice. It's not so bad when we have an early game, but when we have a late game or if there's a road trip, it makes for a really long day.
Let's just say we go someplace and you're driving back with the equipment truck, okay? And somewhere between here and Ames, the equipment truck breaks down with all the equipment and you're delayed getting back here to Stillwater. What kind of equipment would be here for these guys to use that night in practice?
Well, if we did have a problem like that, they would everything else they're under pads. On Sunday practice they wear under pads and the jerseys and shorts, and all that stuff is here in Stillwater. So the only thing that they would be without would be their helmets. Their helmets, we only have one helmet. It's a game helmet, it's a practice helmet. So if that situation ever did occur, and there would probably be time for us to get the truck fixed and get it back, but if it did happen, they would still have practice as normal on Sunday, but they just wouldn't have helmets on.
We've enjoyed Sunday night practice. It allows us to get the game over, review mistakes, and get a blood flow so that the body can heal. Gets us an extra day of treatment with our training staff, but probably more importantly, the Monday off so that they can concentrate on the academics has really worked out well for us.
Coach Miles and I will talk about the upcoming homecoming contest against Colorado when the Les Miles Show continues after this. Stay with us. Welcome back. Coach, Colorado for homecoming this week.
We look forward to returning to Lewis Field. Our players know how important homecoming is, and they'll be ready to play.
Remember, kickoff for the homecoming game is 6 o'clock on Lewis Field. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.